Hi, everybody. Welcome as we get set for a Saturday that is packed full of Calhoun and Coyote volleyball. Calhoun in town to take on the Coyotes North in this 1 o'clock matchup. And 6 o'clock this evening, Calhoun will travel over to Bay Minette and take on the South version of the Coyotes. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Warhawks number 2 in the North. They are sporting a 20-7 mark. Coyotes are currently tied for third in the South, coming in with a 12-14 record. First meeting this year between these two teams. Let's introduce you to the ladies who will start things off. And for Calhoun, it is James, Smith, Rudolph, Wasante, Letson, Coins, and Cangelosi. Meanwhile, for your Coyotes of Coastal Alabama North, Kelly Wood, Shelley St. Amant, Moshelle, Cadero, and Hickman. A little different lineup as compared to a few days ago when the Coyotes took on Bishop State. And we got your volleyball underway. Moshelle able to send it back over after it's pulled off the net by Bailey Johnson. And kill in front of a diving Hickman, and the opening point in this one belonging to Calhoun. Serving is Erica Wasante, a 139 hitter. It is driven over by Shelley. And we are tied up at 1. Shelley, until recently not a starter, got plenty of playing time, but not a starter, has been inserted into the starting lineup and has responded well. She's been a very productive player for these Coyotes that take a 2-1 lead, and Moshelle will serve again. Julie Moshelle, number 4 in the conference in service aces per set, and a little better than a half win a set. Driven over with the kill from the left side. And when the players separate, I can tell you that it was Elise Rudolph tying it up at 2. Back to serve is Emma Hopkins, 24 aces this year. But there is an error. A swing through South Alabama for Calhoun. The two sets of Coyotes today, and then tomorrow they'll take on Bishop State. As Riley Grimes checks in to serve. And that will go a little bit long. Neither team able to establish any early momentum in this one. Knotted up at 3. The libero Abigail Cangelosi serving. Dug out by Grimes, but Moshelle couldn't return the first pass. Sophomore day, sophomores for Coastal North recognized prior to the start of the ball game. As Cangelosi serves it over, Moshelle setting up Higgins. She'll drop it over. And we're tied again, this time at 4. And back and forth we go. As Brenda Shelley, the 182 hitter, will serve. Drives it over, picked up by the libero Cangelosi. And Shelley able to get a hand on it, but not return it. Elise Rudolph will serve. 244 hitter for a 193 hitter Calhoun squad, who haven't played that many ACCC South teams. They are 2-1 against the South. Hickman got to it first. Wood sending into the net. And there is your first 2-point lead. It belongs to Calhoun. Moshelle able to pull away or pull out a Woodlow pass. Little tip over. Higgins able to send it back across. Calhoun riding a 4-game win streak. Trying to make it 5 straight. Coastal comes in with a loss under their belt to Bishop State. Cadero serving. First there is Congelosi. It is blocked by Manshu. Make that Asharia, who is in. Fisted over into the backcourt, Hickman. Cadero setting up Higgins. Got a double block. Higgins got a piece of it to return. Shoved over by Asharia. And that is pulled off the net. Higgins able to drive it into the backcourt off the fingertips of Emma Hopkins. And we are tied again, this time at 6 each. And Melina Cadero will serve. 25 aces this year for Cadero. That is third most on the team. Setting up the left side, driving it is James. James, 173 kills on the year, second most on the team. Rudolph's the only one who's killed more. And when you look at the ACCC stats, one figure that stands out mightily is blocks percent. You have got 3 Warhawks in the top 5 in the ACCC, but the interesting fact is you would expect, based on that stat, as St. Amant drops it in the corner, that Calhoun would lead the ACC as a team in blocking. They don't. They're number 2. But they've got 3 of the top 5 blockers. Coins, Robinson, and Letson. Sharia blocked out of bounds. And Calhoun taking the 8-7 lead. Madeline Letson serving. Letson with 11 aces this year. Hickman first pass. Cadero setting up St. Amant. It is blocked by Smith. Back over to Asharia. Aims for the opposite corner. Able to get there. Rudolph into the backcourt. Hickman getting the James kill attempt. Johnson driving it over. That is off Asharia. St. Amant floats it over to Rudolph. Dinked over. St. Amant with a hand on it. Hickman into the backcourt to Rudolph. Over to the opposite side. Blocked by Asharia. Setting up St. Amant. Drives it over. Able to get there is Wasante. Hickman shoving it over to Asharia. And that was hit into the net. Wow, what a battle between Calhoun and Coastal North. North currently tied with Bishop State for 3. One of the 2 will be 3. One of the 2 will be 4 in the South Division. And the significance of 3 versus 4 as St. Amant, an illegal hit, is that if you are 1, 2, or 3 in the division, you're automatically playing the first weekend in November in Mobile at the Civic Center. If you are 4, St. Amant will send it over. Then you're playing in the Civic Center, but on Thursday and got a play-in game against the 4 out of the North. Johnson going long. Ten conference games for the Coyotes. This is not one of them. But it's important. You want to fine-tune for your bout next week against Enterprise State. Timeout on the floor.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the dental assisting program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Calhoun building a 7-point lead. As Letson continues to serve, that is off of Rudolph. Coyote score coming out of the timeout. Hickman will serve. Second best on the team in aces with 28. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3 in the north is Wallace, Hansville, Calhoun, and Sneed State. 4 is Lawson State. In the south, 1, 2, and 3 is LBW, Enterprise State. And currently a tie between Bishop State and the Coyotes. And if you look at the tiebreaker scenario, Coyotes win it and break the tie with Bishop State. So technically at the moment, despite the fact both teams have 4 losses in the conference, Coyotes are technically number 3. Too long with a serve from Wasante. And Asharia will serve. Anshu Asharia, one of the sophomores recognized, goes long with the serve. And the error makes it a 5-point Calhoun lead again. Ella Grace Wood checking in, Julie Bochelle. Anshu Asharia out. And Melina Carrero exits as well. Emma Hopkins serving. 14 serving 9. In a conversation over at the scorer's table. Whatever matter resolved, and we're back to the volleyball. Picked up by Kelly and ricochets off the ceiling. And Calhoun takes a 6-point lead. Well, we'll have the same Calhoun squad for you in a little less than 5 hours in Bay Minette against Coastal Alabama South. Rochelle tracking down first pass. Woods shot blocked by Coins. And Calhoun with a 7-point advantage. And Emma Hopkins, the negative 0.70 hitter, not uncommon to see negative hitters. Of course, she's the only one for Calhoun. And Shelley will go wide. But it's not uncommon. More attacks than kills from somebody that doesn't attack that often. Service error from Hopkins. And Hopkins has 43 attacks, 14 errors, 11 kills. And thus a hitting average in the negatives. Riley Grimes serving. And you had 2 hits on the set. Coyotes turn it into a 6-point game. And Riley Grimes, the Stanhope Elmore product, serving again. And we'll send it over to James. Back to James. Shelley pulling it off the net. Higgins for the left side. Cross court, tipped back over by Coins. Into the backcourt, 2 hits from Moshale. Cangelosi serving, the libero. 26 aces this year for Cangelosi. Shelley tracking it down. Grimes with a free ball over. Sending up James, tips it across. Grimes sending it to midcourt. Left-handed jab by Lenson blocked. James going long, but did it get fingertips? No. Coyotes down by 6. Brenna Shelley serving. Launches it over. Hopkins there with the first pass from the right side, driven over by Rudolph. Opening set, Calhoun up by 7. Calhoun is 6-1 at the home of the opposition. Higgins got a piece of it. Wood not expecting it, couldn't return it. Meanwhile, Coastal North on their home floor, 5-7. Served up by Rudolph. Drives to Bochelle, setting up St. Amant. Over it goes to James. Tips it across. Higgins able to get there. Back over to Higgins. Bumped over by James. Wood drives it. Dug out by Rudolph. Bumped over by Hopkins. Bochelle back set. St. Amant able to drive it off James. First meeting this year between the two. Coastal North has faced 6 ACCC North teams. Hard to play it off the roof, and James couldn't. Ella Grace Wood coming in with 15 aces on the year. A 176 hitter, second on the team in kills with 173. Shoved over by Letson. Higgins there. Point awarded to Calhoun. Serve goes back over to the other side of the floor. James doing the honors. Number 3 in the conference in kills percent, averaging 3.2. Asharia back in. First pass. A little deep for Higgins. Able to reach back and get it. Bumped by Cangelosi. James into the net. I mentioned Calhoun goes over to Bay Minette for a 6 p.m. match against South, facing a team that's won 3 straight. South, some serious, not injuries necessarily, but serious number of injuries. Really decimated the team and struggled for a bit, but just knocked off the number 3 out of the North Sneed State in 5. Tipped over by Johnson, able to get there. It is Rudolph. Fisted over by Smith. Canero shoving it across. Trying to dig it out was James and couldn't. Madison Kelly serving. 16 aces this year for Kelly. Shoved over to Smith, and Smith will drop it in front of Kelly. Warhawks 2 away from an opening set win. Coyotes 9 away from that promised land. Smash back over by Coins. Set point. In set number 1. Served up by Wisante. Canero pumping it over to Johnson. Johnson will drive and drop it in. Coyotes not done yet. (17) serving 24. Asharia with a serve, and that will go long. And the opening set belongs to Calhoun. So we are a set in. Ladies will swap sides of the floor. Coyotes will go down by 1 in the opening set. A 25-17 Calhoun win.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Calhoun by 8 in the opening set as we get ready for set number 2. Quick look at top 25 college football games in progress. Number 1, Georgia, 27-7 lead over Vandy. That's with 6:22 to play in the third. Number 2, Michigan, 35-7 over Indiana, 7:04 to play in the third. Number 3, Ohio State, 27-zip lead over Purdue, 7:35 to go in the third. Number 4, Florida State, 24-3 over Syracuse. 5:02 to play in the third, and at the end of 3, number 11, Alabama, 24-13 over Arkansas. Here we head into set number 2. Calhoun with the 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball, 1 game tomorrow. Rangers and Astros. Nothing today in Major League Baseball. Set number 2 gets underway. Dug out by Rudolph on the serve. Swatted over by Coins. Trying to get the dig, Kelly, and couldn't. And the opening point belonging to Calhoun. Scored the opening point in set number 1, and they've got the first point here in set number 2 as Erica Wasante serves into the net. 1 apiece. Reese St. Amant to serve. St. Amant, a .287 hitter, leading the team in kills with .225, reciprocating service errors. Wasante with 1 and St. Amant with 1. Emma Hopkins serving for Calhoun. In a 2-1 game, St. Amant a little too strong with the first pass. Bochelle couldn't pull it off the net. And Calhoun taking a 3-1 lead here in set number 2. Warhawks trying to take a dominating 2-0 lead in the A's for Hopkins. A little miscommunication on the Coyote end. They were there, just Hickman thought St. Amant was going to return, and St. Amant thought Hickman was. Another errant St. Amant pass. Slammed back over by Coins. And Hopkins will serve again, as Calhoun has gone on a 4-0 run. That will go long. Serve back over to the Coyotes. Checking in to do so is Brenna Shelley. Shelley, a 182 hitter. She has one ace this year. That'll go long. Wow, we've not had that many serves. We've got 8 points, 8 serves. 3 of the 8 have been errors. Served by Cangelosi. Boschel backs at Wood. Just out of bounds. 5-point Calhoun lead. Well, as I mentioned, we'll see Calhoun twice today. We'll see Coyotes twice today, just not the same set, or I guess you would call it same litter. At Coastal South tonight at 6. Higgins dropping it in. Ellen Grace Wood serving. Next for Calhoun, obviously tonight at 6, Coastal South. And tomorrow afternoon in Mobile, Bishop State. Timeout on the floor, asked for by the Coyotes.
Discover pastry baking at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Warhawks serving coming out of the Coyote timeout. Elise Rudolph leading the team in aces with 34. Serving it up. Sends into Boschel. Canero with the back set to Higgins, playing the right side. Wasante got there first. James into the net. Next outing for Coastal North is a big one. Enterprise State coming up on Thursday. And by the time we get to Enterprise State, we will know whether the Coyotes have got to win the game to be the 3 seed or if they are the 3 seed. St. Amant able to drive it off of the would-be Wasante block. And that is because Bishop State plays LBW on Tuesday. That is the last game for Bishop State, currently tied with Coastal North in the South. Got 2 hits on the set by Wasante. Kelly again serving. 16 aces this year for Kelly. Sends it over to Hopkins. Over to James. Drives it. Warhawks by 3. Obviously, North needs this match to go beyond 3 sets. In 4-set matches, Coastal North is 3 and 5. In 5-set matches, 1 and 2. And the Coyotes needed to go one or the other. That is blocked by Letson. Meanwhile, for Calhoun, they have been in 18 3-set matches and won 16 of the 18. The only 2 they've lost, the only time they have been swept, was actually the same weekend, Wallace Hansville and Mineral Area College. Reagan Hickman serving. Number 3 in the ACCC in Diggs. And Diggs is sent. Driven over by Smith. Served up by Ledson. She'll drop in the ace. Calhoun with a 5-point lead. And Ledson with 11 aces this year, the .308 hitter, serves it up again. And is driven over by Shelley. Bochelle serving, one of the top servers in the ACCC, tops on this team with 56 aces. A 147 hitter overall. James, first pass coins, blocked out of bounds by St. Amand. Erica Wasante will serve. Wasante averaging just under 1 point per set. Floats it over to Kelly. Back set, St. Amand. Blocked by Coyne. Shoves it into the backcourt. Coyotes back to within 4. As far as sets go, we know that the Coyotes are 12-14 overall, but as far as sets and set wins and losses, they've won 45 and lost 47. Bumped over to Wood. Wood dinks it across. Cangelosi able to get underneath. Back over it goes to Smith. Into the back corner, St. Amand. Shoved over to Wiggins. Make that Higgins, and Higgins makes it a 13-10 game. Meanwhile, Calhoun has won 67 and lost 26. That set's basically irrelevant. It's irrelevant at least as far as a win-loss record is concerned. Hopkins, Hickman there first. Shoved over by Shelley. Trying to get the pancake was Cangelosi and couldn't. Back to a 3-point game. And Brenna Shelley serving. The Coyotes against North teams 2 and 4. Over to James, and James will drive it off Bochelle. Abigail Cangelosi to serve. She'll do it after the timeout. We take breaks in Bruton.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master electrical and mechanical skills, process controls, hydraulics and pneumatics, and land a job that can take you anywhere. Start your path to a career that pays. Discover electrical and instrumentation technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Warhawks trying to take a 2-0 lead. Coyotes trying to knot it up at 1. Warhawks 10 away, and now still 10, but now instead of 14 away, it's 13 away from wrapping up a victory in set number 2 for the Coyotes. Ella Grace Wood with a serve. Hopkins there. Bumped over to James on the left side. Aims for the opposite corner and goes long. Coyotes within 2. And Ella Grace Wood serving again. Hopkins. Over goes to Wood. Dinks it across. Able to get underneath. Cangelosi. Back set. Driven by Rudolph. Warhawks with a 3-point lead, and Elise Rudolph serving. Floated over to Kylie Walker, who has checked into the ball game. Higgins. That is off of Rudolph and over the bench on the Calhoun side. Here comes Olivia Counts into the game for the Warhawks. So we're seeing some new personnel. Counts for the Warhawks, Walker for the Coyotes. And it is Madison Kelly who will serve. 14 serving 16 here in set number 2. Another good crowd on hand here in Bruton, Alabama. Had a good crowd when Bishop State was in town. That is tipped over by Counts. And now you got a good crowd for sophomore day. Sophomores recognized before the game got underway. James on the serve. Hickman to Canero. Moshel drives it off a couple of fingertips. Shelley back in, Edwards out, Hickman will serve. Counties would love to go on one of those, 5, 6, 7-point runs. Aiming for the opposite corner, that was Smith. Free ball sent over by Shelley. Setting up Smith again, Dink this time. And Shelley hit it twice. Three-point game, Madeline Letson on the serve. Nibbled the top of the net, Hickman able to dig it out. Over to Shelley. Aims for the backcourt, James there. Shoved over to Smith, drives it. Hickman able to get there. Canero. Two-handed shove over. That is Counts. Free ball sent to Hickman. Canero setting up St. Amant. Driven, blocked. Able to get the block, Wasante. Bumped over to Wasante, setting up Smith. And she'll go long. Coyotes make it a 2-point game. Served up by Boshell. Cangelosi got to it first, over to Smith. It is slapped right back across by Wood. A 1-point game. And Boshell will serve. I don't hold me to this, but thinking back, I don't believe, as Shelley will tip it over, Cangelosi able to get there. Shoved over to Smith. Smith drives and able to send it through the Wood block. I don't think there's been a Coyote lead. There might have been in that first set early. Coyotes would love to take the lead, tie it up at 1 set each. Setting up Shelley. Steps up, drives, blocked by Coins. Fed into the backcourt by Hickman. Back set, and a smash by Rudolph. Erica Wasante on the serve. She's played in 18 matches, 42 sets this year. And a conversation official with coach. Brief conversation over, and Wasante will serve. Wood gets there first. Bochelle setting up St. Amant. And it's a 2-point game. Warhawks won the opening set 25-17. Coyotes already won better than their set one performance. Kylie Walker will serve. 15 aces on the year for Walker. Setting up Coyne, steps up, and she'll drive it into the net. Coyotes within one. 19 serving 20. This is a Warhawk squad that just doesn't lose many sets, much less matches, to ACCC teams. And in the North, they've only lost 5 sets. 1 to Snead State, 3 to Wallace Hansville, and 1 to Lawson State. Hopkins serving. Bochelle able to save. Higgins sends it into the net. And Calhoun with a 3-point lead, needing 3 to take a 2-0 lead. Hopkins into the net. Served up by Shelley. James gets there first. Over and goes to Rudolph. Tips it across. Cangelosi able to get underneath. It is rocketed over by James and gave Shelley a facial. Such power from James. Shelley took a shot to the face, comes out of the ball game. And as a matter of fact, they are looking right above the eyebrow on Shelley. Well, I can tell you it had some umph on it. Heck, the power that James has got, I'd be doing concussion protocol. I mean, I know it's a soft volleyball, but it's got some power. Back set. Driven in by Rudolph. Okay, I semi-ingest. I mean, there is a tremendous amount of power behind a James Keel, and they are looking at Shelley right now. And he may indeed be holding up fingers. I know he's looking at the eye, but he may be doing a little more. Counts, back set. It was floated over by Higgins. Setting up James, drives it. Higgins able to get a hand on it, send it over. Counts, can't get there. Well, yeah, luck plays a little bit of a role, and Higgins will take it. Just able to get a hand on it, send it back over to the other side of the floor. Served up by Kelly. Cangelosi too long on the return. Timeout on the floor, Calhoun, as the Coyotes get to within one.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. Discover welding at Coastal Alabama Community College. So what are you waiting for?
23 serving 24. Yeah, bring it to your strength. And James drives it over and gives Calhoun the 2-point win. So drawn up to perfection during the timeout. Calhoun sending it to the left side to James, and James pushes Calhoun forward by another set. 2-zip, they lead it. Set 3 coming up.
What's up, y'all? Here at Coastal, Alabama. I'm about to go and get this leg day started. Let's get it. We're here again after today. You're... Oh! Hey, let's go, baby. Let's ride. Yes, sir.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Is the 7 guy. Right up the middle, base hit, back-to-back base hit. Starter with a double, the single from Cumbie coming to the plate and tagged down at home.
About to start my day, but first, coffee. Here with my coastal crew. Woo! And that's how I end my day at Coastal Alabama Community College.
We get ready for set number 3. Calhoun winning the first couple. And there you see the finals in those first 2. 25-17, 25-23. By the way, Britta Shelley has got an ice pack that she is holding against the side of the face. So, yeah, that shot she took on the James kill. Painful. Shelley tipping it over. Rudolph sending it over. Boschel able to get there. Hickman, free ball. First tip, Rudolph. Over by Trinity Thompson, who's now in the game. St. Amant giving the Warhawks their first deficit to begin a ball game. Warhawks had scored the first point in set 1 and 2. Coyotes get the first point in set 3. Let's see if that is an indication of things to come. The team that scored first won the first 2 sets. Let's see if the team that scores first wins this one. Wood drives it, Cangelosi there. Number goes to Thompson, and she will send it into the net. And the Coyotes with a 2-point lead early. Julie Boschel serving. Rudolph there first, bumped by James. Tipped over by Thompson. Over it goes to Bailey Johnson, who's back into the game. played in 1. I don't think we saw her in set number 2. Back into the game here in 3. And it gives the Coyotes an early 3-zip lead. Moshel serving. Just cleared the net. Cangelosi with a pancake and able to save. What a job by Cangelosi. And now an illegal shot on the Warhawks side. Putting the Coyotes up by 4. The Calhoun coach, Jamie Freeman, asking for an explanation. Well, that's 2 that have nibbled the top of the net from Moshel. Coins. Nice job by Hickman to return. Johnson sending it over. And you had Warhawks tripping over one another, but able to get it across. Coins. St. Amant driving it. Wisante, James, Coins. Coyotes by 5. Moshel to serve. Sent over by Thompson. Moshel able to get underneath. Hickman bumping it over to Wood. Drives it across. Cangelosi there. Tipped over by Coins. Johnson got there. St. Amant drives it. Wood too strong. And there is the first Warhawk point. Emma Hopkins serving. Hopkins 24 aces this year. Floats it over to Kelly. Johnson driving it. Cangelosi trying to cook up another pancake. This one falls flat. Hopkins too strong with the first pass, but somehow Wisante was able to get it off and over. Wisante, free ball sent to St. Amant. Moshel setting St. Amant back up. She'll drive it across. Coyotes take a 7-1 lead. Warhawks won it all.
It's early here at Coastal Alabama, but I'm going to head over to the student union and maybe meet some friends, and then I'll head to class. Hey! I finally made it to class. See you later, Coastal fam.
Riley Grimes with the serve coming out of the Warhawk timeout. Hickman with a nice save. Moshel over to Higgins. Higgins will drive it off Coins. And Coins able to pull it off the net. Cangelosi sending it over. And the official stepping in going, hey, wait a minute. There were a couple of hits on the other side of the floor. And it took Stephen Dickey coming up out of his seat to go, you saw that, didn't you? Riley Grimes again serving. A 7-point North lead. In a set the Coyotes have got to win. You don't win, there's no shot at a match victory. And now the coaches have prompted a conversation, at least one coach, that being Jamie Freeman, talking with our side judge. And now the two officials will converse in an 8-1 game, and that will give Coyotes and Warhawks a chance to chat too. And these officials can communicate through means of a two-way, but obviously this conversation. Warranted a little more than just a two-way. And it's official. The 8th point of the Coyotes will stand, and Grimes will serve. Cangelosi there first. Whitson sending it to Rudolph, and Rudolph drives it over. Cangelosi serving. Cangelosi 26 aces, a 125 hitter, and it's back to a 7-point lead with a service error. St. Amand on the serve. Hopkins there first. Wasante back set. Fisted over by Rudolph off of Boschel. Elise Rudolph serving. 24 matches, 75 sets she has played in. And will serve it up as 3 serves 9 over to Edwards. Riley Edwards in. Wasante back to Rudolph. Hickman there, back set, Wood. Inside the antenna to Hopkins. Tipped over and dropped in by Wasante. Rudolph again on the serve. Well, still an opportunity for Calhoun to improve to 17-2 in 3-set matches. And of course, if you are the Coyotes, you've got to have this one go to 5. And if you have looked at the historical data on Coastal North, they have been to the 5th set 3 times this year, won 1 of the 3. Grimes able to get to it first. Boschel bumping it over to Higgins. Higgins shoving it over. Cangelosi there. James off of Wood and out of bounds. Calhoun within 3. We've not seen Brenna Shelley on the floor since she took that shot from James. Timeout asked for. Warhawks and Coyotes in a 9-6 game.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
The lead was 7, currently 3. Coyotes with a 9-6 advantage. And Rudolph serving. Grimes got to it first. Then it's shoved over to James. Calhoun within 2. Reese Hawks into the game for Calhoun. Hickman, first pass, bumped over to Higgins. Higgins left side, cross-court shot. Hopkins there. Shoved over by Thompson. Make that Hawks tipping it over, and then Higgins. Able to drop it over and make it a 10-7 game. Boschel coming out. Canero coming in. And Canero will serve. 25 aces for the 182 hitting freshman. Floated over to Cangelosi. Wasante. Hawks will bang it off Edwards. And Reagan James will serve. A 169 hitter, number 3 in the ACCC in kills percent with 3.2, 173 on the year, which is second most on the team behind Rudolph. Over to Edwards, and Edwards off Hawks. Bailey Johnson back in. Madison Kelly back to serve. Manshu Asharia into the game too for the Coyotes. Edwards driving it over. Now I'm looking over to the sidelines, and it looks like Brenna Shelley, who took that shot to the head, might have a little bit of a bruise around the eye. Again, she hasn't been back onto the floor since the shot. Over goes to Thompson, who's now in. Hickman got to it. Johnson couldn't get to it. 3-point game. Serve back over to the Warhawks. 9 serving 12. Reese Hawks will serve. 6 aces on the year for Hawks. A 139 hitter. Johnson gets there first. Bump back over to Johnson. Lobs it over. Coins to Asante. Free ball. Sent over by Counts. Back set to Asharia. And Coins will block it. Warhawks within 2. Hawks again with the serve. Reese Hawks, the freshman middle blocker. Hickman gets there first. Canero bumping it over to Johnson. And Johnson on the wrong side of the antenna. Thompson again serving. Canero, two-handed shove over. Picked up by James. Over to Thompson. And Kelly will dig it out, but she got 2 hits from one Coyote. And the 7-point advantage gone. Knotted up at 12. Timeout on the floor, Coyotes. A must-win set for Coastal North.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
$12 apiece, set number 3. Warhawks have won the opening 2. Into the net for Thompson. And it is a precarious one, but Coyotes haven't relinquished the lead. Scored the first 5 and at one point led by 7, blocked by St. Amant. Thompson, Hickman able to get there. Canero, back set. Into the net for Asharia. Warhawks have twice tied it at 12 and now 13. And Erica Wasante will serve. 304 assists this year for Wasante. Canero setting up St. Amant. Lead back into the hands of the Coyotes. Well, again, if you are Calhoun, they have only played 9 matches beyond 3 sets. Served up by Bochelle. James able to get to it. Cangelosi with the free ball. Over to Steele, setting up St. Amant. Drives it. It's out. And we're tied at 14. Warhawks to serve. Emma Hopkins steps behind the service line. Well, we'll pack up the bags and head to Bay Minette next. Calhoun and Coastal South at 6 o'clock tonight. And we'll have that one for you as well here on JockJive. Riley Grimes with the serve. Rudolph into the net. And Grimes serving again. Cangelosi. Hopkins able to put it relatively close. Free ball sent over by James. Over to St. Amant. And that is off Rudolph. Riley Grimes. James there first. Back over it goes to James. Drives it. Blocked by Woods. Cangelosi able to get there. James. Hickman got a hand on it. Bumped by Grimes to Higgins. She'll drop it in. Coyotes by 4. North trying to get it to a 4th set and worry about a 5th set later. Leading it by 4 and Calhoun asking for time.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes trying to get it to a 4th set. I tell you, another set of Coyotes that would be very interested in this game going long are the Coyotes from Coastal Alabama South. I mean, heck, they've got Calhoun at 6 o'clock tonight and would love for the Warhawks to wear themselves out against North. Over by James. Grimes able to get there. Back set to Wood. Drives it over. Coyotes by 5. Riley Grimes again serving. Trying to rebuild what was once a 7-point lead. And James able to bang it off Bochelle and Higgins. Coyotes 6 away from forcing a 4th set. Warhawks 10 away from the sweep. Dug out by Hickman. And a couple of hits on the Bochelle set. Cangelosi again to serve. Bochelle setting up Wood. Wood off of Wasante. Back to a 4-point lead. Bumped over to Rudolph, sends it into the backcourt. Over it goes to Wood, and Wood will drive it off James. St. Amant serving 4 away from a 4th set. St. Amant struggling today with a serve. That is at least 3 service errors. Rudolph will serve. Number 1 on the team in aces. Hickman there first. Bochelle setting up Wood. Rochelle able to get a hand on and off after the James block. Rudolph underneath. Wasante setting up Hawks. And the Warhawks within 3. Rudolph again serving. Wood there first. Bump by Bochelle. Wood blocked by James. And it never made it over. Apparently James didn't block and it was into the net. Turned into 4 hits on the Coyote side. And Calhoun's within 2. Wood, the ace, Rudolph delivering. Within 1 again is Calhoun. Behind the serving of Rudolph. Higgins, Bochelle back over to Higgins. Aims for the other side. Cangelosi able to save it. Tipped over by James. Dug out by Grimes. Rudolph aiming for the corner, and you got 2 hits from 1 Coyote. Check that. Well, you got Cadero serving, so the point could not have gone to the Warhawks. So let's wait a minute. Scoreboard indicates a 21-21 game, but it would be a 22-20 contest if the point was awarded. And it was. They've changed it on the scoreboard. And now the officials are going to confirm. I think maybe our umpire indicated 2 hits to the wrong side. Indicated that it was 2 hits on a Coyote, but apparently it was 2 hits on a Warhawk. And that's got the attention of Coach Jamie Freeman. She's conferring with the side judge, but apparently I don't know if she's happy, but she's given the sign to play on. James drives, Hickman gets it. And you got 2 hits from Grimes. Reagan James serving. Counts back in as Hopkins goes out for the Warhawks. And 2 hits from Cadero. Tied at 22. Served up by James. Free ball sent over by Higgins. Wasante setting up Thompson. Saved by Grimes. Back over it goes to James. Smith drives, drops it in front of Hickman. And the Warhawks will take their first lead in set 3. Launched over by James. Hickman there first. Cadero setting up Edwards. Dug out by Counts. Way too long by Smith. Coyotes serving, Madison Kelly doing the honors. $23 each. And she'll serve into the net. Calhoun at set and match point. With Reese Hawks serving. 6 aces on the year for Hawks. Floated over, Hickman's got it first. Cadero bumps it over to Johnson. Shoves it over, off of Wasante. And we will go to the equivalent of volleyball OT. Got a win by 2, 26 is the victory point. Served over by Hickman. Setting up Smith. Kelly out of bounds. Wasante will serve. Again, it's set and match point. Canero bumping it over to Johnson. Free ball sent to James. And a little low with the pass intended for Coins. Dead even at 25 with 27 being the point of victory. Coyotes get there first. And we're headed to set 4. Warhawks get there first and the match is wrapped up. Back set to Smith. Sends it over. Kelly got to it. Canero saves it. Hickman free ball into the backcourt to Cangelosi. Back set driven by Rudolph. And for the third time, Warhawks at set and match point. Emma Hopkins serving. Sends it to Canero. Bad first pass, and the ball game is over. It's the sweep in effect. Calhoun in 3-set matches, now 17-2. Their overall mark, 21-7. Coyotes will fall to 12-15, but again, it's the conference games that count where postseason is concerned. And the big one's coming up next Thursday against Enterprise State right here in Bruton. Pack up the gear, and about 3.5 hours from now, get Calhoun and the Coyotes underway again, but this time Coastal Alabama South. We'll see you then at 6 p.m. this evening as the Warhawks will win it in a sweep. For all the Coastals and for JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody. Thanks for watching.